Good morning. The State Corporation Commission held a hearing last week on plans by Dominion to build new transmission lines in southeast Loudoun, and hundreds of people showed up. For Monday, September 22nd, the first day of autumn, it's your Loudoun Now Morning Minute. Mark your calendar for Saturday, October 4th for the next Tales and Ales storytelling show. Tales and Ales invites everyday people to tell true, extraordinary stories live on stage. And each show raises funds for local nonprofits. Reserve your seat for the October 4th show at Crooked Run Fermentation in Sterling at talesandales.org. That's talesandales.org. Thanks for being with us. I'm Rence Green. People who turned out to the State Corporation Commission's hearing on a plan for new power lines by Dominion Energy nearly filled the 1,000-seat auditorium at Rockridge High School. The Golden to Mars project is the next phase of a transmission line loop that will connect new 230 kilovolt and 500 kilovolt lines with new substations. Dominion plans for power lines from the Golden substation near the intersection of Route 28 and the W&OD Trail, which then goes southeast to a new substation east of Dulles Airport. The power company's last version of this plan had the power lines going near Rockridge High School and Rosa Lee Carter Elementary School across school property. The school board declined to grant the power company easements to cross that property and joined in the calls from the community urging Dominion to look at putting the new lines underground. Instead, the plan Dominion has now is to build the lines pretty near that first route, but moved over so they don't cross school property. At the hearing last week, 40 people spoke against that plan, citing its impact on their homes and communities. Only 40 because many more were signed up, but the SEC halted the meeting just after 9:30 in the evening. People speaking at the meeting framed the moment as a potential turning point. They said as the power demand from data centers continues to grow, Loudoun could set the precedent to bury high-voltage lines regularly as a way to meet the demand while protecting the communities around them. Here's Meredith Pack.
This isn't just about the property values. This isn't just about the music. It's about the people. About the families like mine who trusted that their homes would remain a place where their children can grow, play, and feel safe. I stand here today not just as a homeowner. I'm a mother, a daughter, and a community member asking the Commission to make the decision that reflects compassion, foresight, and responsibility. Please prioritize the long-term safety of our families over the short-term convenience.
Some elected officials also turned up to speak against Dominion's plan. Here's Congressional Representative Suhas Subramaniam.
It's pretty obvious why we're here. It's because of so many data centers being built in our region right now and the need for power to power them. But because of what's going on, it's the people here today who will suffer as a result, financially and otherwise. And so, property values are going to go down, utility bills are going to go up as a result, and I think there's a huge issue when it comes to, one, putting these lines through communities, whether it's schools or commercial or residential properties, and two, just the fact that people will have to pay for those data centers, and they didn't ask for these power lines to go through their homes. They certainly didn't ask to be powered by data centers and subsidizing all of that.
Another public hearing is scheduled for September 29th. Go to loudounnow.com/Morning Minute to check out the whole story. In other news, starting today, if you speed in a school zone in Leesburg, you could get a $100 fine from one of the new speed cameras. The new cameras have been in operation for the past month, but so far I've only been sending out warnings until today. The new cameras are at Balls Bluff Elementary, John W. Tolbert Jr. Elementary, and Loudoun County High School. Speaking of tickets, Leesburg's parking tickets are up 57% over last year. The Leesburg Police Department issued 2,548 more parking tickets in fiscal year 2025 compared to the year before, according to data from the department. The department issued 6,988 parking tickets from July 1st, 2024 to June 30th, 2025. Most of those were from the parking enforcement officers, as they're known. Leesburg Police employs 3 such officers, and a report from the town council in May said the jump is largely due to filling an empty parking enforcement position. We also asked the department how much revenue is generated by these tickets, and Police Department spokesperson Michelle Bowman said they do not know. But speaking of school, Loudoun County Public Schools enrollment is on pace to be the lowest since 2016. The school division has projected about 82,000 students would start this year at LCPS. As of last week, it's just over 80,000. Enrollment peaked in 2019 when the school division reported 84,175 students enrolled. The school district officially measures enrollment as of September 30th, so we're still waiting on the official count for this year, but that number has been shrinking almost every year since 2019, even while the county's population has grown by about 42,000 people. 2 years ago, it was 82,125. Last year, it was 81,694. And the school board is considering a change in policy that would say the school district isn't building things for charter schools anymore. There are 2 in Loudoun, Hillsborough Charter Academy and Middleburg Community Charter School, both elementary-level schools. The policy under discussion now would say that charter schools will not be included in the school board's capital improvement program for current or future capital improvements, and LCPS isn't liable for the conditions of charter school campuses, among other things. Currently, there are no projects for charter schools in the school district's capital program. You can guess that representatives from the charter schools had some thoughts on this, as did the school board members, so get the full story on this and all these stories over at loudounnow.com. On today's Get Out Loudoun calendar, take a tour of the iconic Davis Mansion at Morven Park today with tours from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. They recommend getting your tickets in advance. Check out the rest of the events calendar at getoutloudon.com. And if you like the Morning Minute, help increase the podcast's enrollment by telling all your friends about it and subscribe wherever you get your podcasts, and it'll be waiting for you there every morning. Okay, have a great day.